Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Know What It Is. Today we're going to be taking a look at 3D Viewer, a program that you can use to view 3D models from within Blender or even outside of Blender. Let's get started. Okay, so to kick things off, let me just show you what this does. So if I come down here to my downloads folder, you can see I have a file called Monkey Head. That's just a random 3D model that I found online. If I want to view it, all I got to do is click on it and it opens up 3D Viewer, and you can see right here it opens up the monkey head. Now this is a really low poly model. You can see if I go into edit mode, it's not very much here, but it does open up and lets you kind of manipulate it and zoom in and out and do all the things that you would expect a 3D viewer to be able to do. Now when you first open up this, by default it's going to be in wireframe mode. But you can also go to solid mode and you can see it'll actually fill it in. If I go to shaded mode, you can see that it'll actually render it like a normal 3D program. So that's kind of what it does. It's a 3D viewer. But let's take a look at some of the other stuff that it can do. If I go up to my help and then I go to the manual, which I'm pretty sure is just a copy of the documentation. Right? If I scroll down here, you can see that it lists all of the features. Now, one of the neat features is that it supports a lot of different formats. So if I go here and I select OBJ Wavefront, you can see it lists a whole bunch of different formats that it's capable of opening. So it's not limited to just viewing things from within Blender. Okay? It has a lot of the same features that you would expect. Okay, now with that said, let's take a look at how to set it up and where to get it. Now, fortunately, it comes bundled with Blender. So all you need to do is download Blender, install it, and everything should be good to go. However, if you don't have Blender installed, you can always go to this GitHub link here and download the standalone version. And there are two different versions. There's an experimental version, which will always be the bleeding edge. It might be a little bit unstable, but it'll have the latest features. Or you can check out the releases and download something that's a little bit more stable. But for the purposes of today's video, I'm just going to open it from within Blender. So let's go ahead and launch Blender. And I've already launched it here. So you can see the first thing that happens is it asks us to open a file. We're just going to cancel that. Hey, and then you'll notice up here at the top, there's a 3D viewer icon. If I click on that, you can see it opens up the 3D viewer window. Okay? And once again, I can open up a model by simply clicking on it, and it'll automatically just open it right up. Okay. So that's kind of how easy it is to set up. However, there are some keyboard shortcuts that you might want to know. For example, if you press the period key, that will toggle between wireframe, solid, and shaded. Now, I think shaded is probably the most useful one, but they're all good to look at. If you press numpad plus, that will move the camera forward. Numpad minus will move the camera backwards. Numpad 0 will do a full reset. Numpad 7 will rotate the camera around the y-axis. Numpad 1 will rotate it around the x-axis. Numpad 9 will rotate it around the z-axis. And you can see those are all located in here. So if I come over here and I select 7, you can see it rotates around the y-axis. Same thing with 1 and 9. They're all right there. Another cool feature is you can actually change the color of things. So if I come up here and I select material and then I go down to this color picker, I can select any color I want and you can see it'll apply that to everything. I can also come down here to the viewport display and you can see I can make it a little bit brighter. Now, there are some other settings in here that you might want to mess around with, but basically that's how you can customize the appearance of things. Okay? And if you're wondering how to navigate through this window, it's exactly the same as navigating through Blender. So if I come over here, I can select the object, and then I can grab these and move them around. Okay? I can also go into edit mode, and I can select these vortices and move them around. So it works just like Blender, except it's just a separate window. And that's why it's kind of cool, because you can have multiple views of your object. So if I wanted to say export this as an image, I could go to viewport shaded, and then I could go up here to image export, PNG image export, and I could export this image right here. So that's pretty cool. Now, one of the nice things about this is that it uses STL for its UI, which means that it's fully customizable. So if I come over here and I go to my preferences, and then I go to the 3D Viewer tab, you can see I can customize all of these toolbars. And if I decide I don't want this toolbar, I can just hide it. And if I want it back, I can just go to the dropdown and select it from there. Hey, you can customize everything to exactly the way that you want it. Now, if I come down here to Appearance, you can see that we have some themes that we can choose from. So we have dark, light, and dark 2. And I think this dark 2 is my favorite. But you can customize the theme to whatever you like. And there are some advanced settings in here as well. If you want to enable anti-aliasing, you can do that here. And if you want to enable shadows, you can do that here. And you can also enable GPU lights as well. And finally, if you go down to the very bottom, you can see that there are some plugins that you can enable. So for example, you can enable the OBJ plugin if you want to import OBJ files. And you can see all of the different plugins that are available. Okay, and that's kind of what you need to know about 3D Viewer. But now I want to take a look at a couple of add-ons that are available. So if I go up here and I select Preferences, and then I go to Add-ons, there are 3 different add-ons that are enabled by default. Oh, there's the OBJ add-on, which lets you load OBJ files. There's the STL add-on, which lets you load STL files, which are usually for 3D printing. Okay, and there's the Collada add-on, which is just a tool for aligning textures. But if you want, you can enable other add-ons. So if I scroll down here, you can see there's FBX, which is for importing and exporting FBX files. There's Ply, which is for importing Ply files. And there's Collada, which is for loading Collada DA models. And there's a whole bunch more that you can go through and enable. And each one of these will add functionality to 3D Viewer. So you can go through and find ones that you like and enable them. Now, I haven't gone through and tested all of these add-ons, so I don't know exactly what shape they're in. Some of them might work, some of them might not, but you can always try them out. Okay, and that's kind of what 3D Viewer is. It's a great way to quickly view 3D models without having to open up Blender or any other 3D program. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.